I'm OEA President Scott D'Amaro. Time for my weekly update. First, we have cause for celebration with the passage of the American Rescue Plan, signed into law late last week by President Biden. You may have already received a stimulus check in your bank account, but the bill includes so much more than that. Child tax credits, which will have a direct impact in supporting families so that we can reduce childhood poverty and our students have the support that they need economically to be able to come to school ready to learn. Also, direct assistance to schools. Over $4 billion coming to support our pre-K through 12 schools in the state of Ohio. Over $1 billion coming into Ohio in support of higher education. We have to make sure that that money is wisely spent, that we're not just using it to enhance valuable programs like summer school and after-school tutoring programs, but that in the long run, over the course of the next year, we're using those resources to hire staff to keep class sizes low, to make sure that we have counselors and nurses and social workers in all our buildings, that we're providing students with mental health support, that we have paraprofessionals and bus aides and other critical education support professionals in place to support the needs of our kids all across the state. And while we very much appreciate this investment in public education by the federal government, we still need the state to pass a fair school funding plan so that these improvements can be sustained over an extended period of time. We continue to work for passage of House Bill 1 and inclusion of the fair school funding plan in the state budget. That process continues. We will be communicating with you on ways that you can specifically engage in that issue as it moves forward. A couple of other legislative issues. We do know that this week we're expecting House Bill 67 to move out of the Senate and hopefully get signed quickly into law by Governor DeWine. That will exempt our high school seniors from any kind of penalties on their graduation requirements tied to spring testing and provide some additional flexibility in terms of how testing is conducted. It's not all we wanted, but it is critical to get this thing passed and passed quickly. We also are very excited about legislation that was just introduced last week, House Bill 200, which would overhaul Ohio's system of report cards by eliminating A to F letter grades. State Representatives Don Jones and Phil Robinson have introduced this as a bipartisan piece of legislation. We're studying the details. We think there are some ways that we can make the bill even stronger. But this is finally an opportunity to move beyond test-based report cards that just label and provide punitive consequences on schools, and instead move to a system where we're transparently providing information to parents and community members on the opportunities that we're giving all of our students to succeed without those A to F letter grades. So stay tuned for more information on that. We have a couple of exciting opportunities coming up. Our Wellness Wednesday program continues next week on March 24th with a session led by LRC's Debbie Maynard and Shelley Jackson on guiding the gatekeepers, how to recognize trauma and connect to resources for our members and each other as we deal with the impact and the stresses of COVID-19. And then we also have coming up on April 9th and 10th, our New Educator and Aspiring Educator Conference. The name of the conference this year is Empower to Enrich. I know it's always a great event. It's happening virtually this year, but you can go to OEA's website at ohea.org for more information and to register. Finally, I just want to put a plug in for local leaders to consider conducting elections for delegates to the NEA Representative Assembly. It's going to be happening this summer virtually, June 30th through July 3rd, an opportunity for members across the state of Ohio to engage in a very deep way in the important work of our national organization. All you have to do is to conduct an election, report those results back to OEA by April 10th. William Baird, our conference and elections coordinator, can help you with that. If you reach out to him, his email address is bairdw, B-A-I-R-D-W, at ohea.org. He can give you all the information you need on how to conduct an election. There is no cost to the local to send delegates. We would love to have a full complement of people representing Ohio at this important event this summer. That's all I have for this week. I hope you make it a great week.